Have you ever missed someone so much it physically hurts? That deep, aching void left behind when a loved one passes away. For most of us, that's where the story ends. We grieve, we remember, and we slowly learn to live with the silence. But what if you could break that silence? What if you could hear their voice one more time? This is the premise of a chilling short horror film that's been making waves online. It starts with a young woman, let's call her Clara, who is completely shattered by the loss of her grandmother. They were incredibly close, and the silence in her grandma's old house is deafening. One day, overwhelmed by grief, Clara finds an old rotary phone. On a whim, driven by desperation, she dials her grandmother's old number. She doesn't expect anything, a dead line, a disconnected tone. That's what should happen. But then, a click, and a faint, familiar voice. On the other end, it's her grandmother. Clara is stunned, breathless. She thinks it's a prank, a cruel joke, a crossed wire. But the voice knows things only her grandmother could know. It shares inside jokes, calls her by her childhood nickname. The impossible has happened. She's talking to her dead grandmother. At first, it's a miracle. The calls become a lifeline, a secret comfort that pulls her out of her depression. She spends hours on the phone, catching her grandma up on life, asking for advice, just listening to the comforting sound of her voice. It feels like she's back. The loneliness vanishes, replaced by this incredible, secret connection. But this isn't a heartwarming fairy tale. This is a horror story, and horror always has a price. Subtle, unsettling things start to happen. During one call, the grandmother's voice momentarily distorts, becoming deep and guttural before snapping back to normal. She brushes it off as a bad connection. Then, her grandmother starts asking strange questions. Not how was your day, but is the front door locked? Dear, or who was that man who walked by the window? She starts giving out instructions, like telling Clara to cover the mirrors or to not answer the door after dark. Clara, so desperate to keep this connection, obeys without question. She isolates herself, her world shrinking to just her and the voice on the phone. Her friends notice she's become withdrawn, paranoid. They try to reach out, but Clara pushes them away. The voices warned her about outsiders. The house, once a place of comfort, starts to feel like a prison. Shadows seem to move on their own in the periphery of her vision. She hears whispers from other rooms. Even when she's not on the phone itself begins to ring on its own, always at the same time, an insistent, demanding summons. The grandmother's personality begins to shift more dramatically. The warm, loving woman is replaced by someone possessive, controlling, almost jealous of the living world. She talks about how cold it is, where she is, how lonely. She starts saying things like, "I miss you so much. I wish you were here with me." It's no longer a comforting phrase. It's a chilling invitation. The turning point comes when Clara, startled by a noise, drops the phone. As she picks it up, she hears something on the line. She wasn't meant to hear the grandmother's voice, now monstrous and distorted, talking to someone or something else. It says, "She's almost ready. It won't be long now." Terror finally cuts through Clara's grief-fueled Danielle. She realizes this isn't her grandmother. It's something else. Something that has been wearing her grandmother's voice like a mask, luring Erin, feeding on her sorrow, and slowly tightening its grip. The connection, she thought, was a miracle, was actually a trap. The entity on the other end of the line hasn't been trying to comfort her. It's been trying to cross over. It has been using her grief as a key to unlock a door that should have remained sealed forever. The film then spirals into a terrifying climax. Clara tries to sever the connection. She smashes the phone, but it rings again, its pieces vibrating on the floor. She rips the cord from the wall, but the ringing continues, now echoing throughout the entire house, coming from everywhere at once. The voice is no longer in the phone. It's in the walls, in her head. The final scene shows Clara, pale and hollow-eyed, sitting in the dark. The phone, somehow reassembled, is in her lap. She slowly raises the receiver to her ear, a tear rolling down her cheek, and whispers, "Hi, Grandma, I'm ready." This story is so effective because it taps into a universal human desire. the wish to speak to those we lost one last time. It explores how grief can make us vulnerable, how our deepest longings can be twisted and used against us. The horror isn't just about a monster. It's about the terrifying power of our own emotions. It serves as a dark, cautionary tale. While remembering and honoring our loved ones is a beautiful and necessary part of healing, we must be careful not to let our grief consume us. We can't live in the past, no matter how much we miss it. True healing comes from carrying their memory forward with us into the light, not by trying to follow them into the dark. If you're struggling with grief or the loss of a loved one, please know that you are not alone and there are people who want to help. Reaching out to a friend, a family member, or a mental health professional is a sign of incredible strength. There are support groups and hotlines available that can provide a safe space to talk and heal. Your memories are precious, but your future is too. Please, take care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching and exploring this chilling story with me. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the story. See you next time.